get fresh for the day. Gotta go flip a pack, dog. Put off some racks, dog. Make that shit back. What I spend on them G's, used to whoop up that white sauce. Come bring that shit back, gotta fuck up the yeast. It's so easy just to drop hard. I got scrape, rock the shit off, flip it 28, skirt, that's a double whoop, 28 to 56, knock at the door, fiends flexing for another hood, cell phone ring cap, calling for another zip, weigh it up, bag it up, gotta take another trip, still a saying, nigga who ain't never had nothing, hoes used to talk down, bitch, look at me now, started with a quarter ounce, graduated to a QP9, nigga really trap out the pounds, got the same crew for days, ain't had time to change, park up full of faces, cause I beat up the block, residue on my scale, line full of clientele, got them lined up, high, strip out the part, still a saying, nigga who ain't never had nothing, hoes used to talk down, bitch, look at me now, started with a quarter ounce, graduated to a QP9, nigga really trap out the pounds. Got the same clue for days, ain't had time to change. Pocket full of faces, cause I beat up the block. Residue on my scale, line full of clientele. Got them lined up, high, strip out the part. Still the same, nigga. Bitch, look at me now. Nah, nigga really trap out the pounds. Pocket full of faces, cause I beat up the block. Got them lined up, high, strip out the part. Bitch, look at me now. Nah, nigga really trap out the pounds. Pocket full of fists cause I beat up the block.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? So I'm good. Just had to make sure a few things that were working correctly. So tonight I have Little Deer on here. I got Uncle Paul here. It's a few. One thing I want to build about the main topic is the Lady of Cofitachequi, and the thing about this topic is it's literally new. I know I was supposed to go live earlier, but I ended up falling asleep. So with this particular topic, there's a few things that I want to touch on personally. First, when I seen it, it's never the poster that this is about, right? It's always about the actual work. And there's a video on YouTube called The Lady of Cofitachequi, and it says a Choctaw or Muskogee legend. And the facts of the matter is, while Cofitachequi is a Muskogee word, or in that branch, right, what linguistic anthropology or anthropologists call Muskogean, that is the origin of the word Cofitachequi. But with that being said, it's incorrect to say that the people of Cofitachequi were Muskogee simply because you see that the name itself is a Muskogean word. Now, there's a few people that are equated with the land of Cofitachequi, and they give you breakdowns of so many different tribal people. The issue or an issue that is usually had, peace to the chat, greetings, much love. Thank you all for tuning in. Please share this with one person that you love. The thing about it is, with so many people being associated with Cofitachequi, the facts of the matter must be presented. And for a long time, I've been saying that the reason you see these so-called Muskogean words in the Southeast at the time of contact is because the Muskogean invaders, their trade language became the lingua franca of all of those people who inhabited the Southeast at that time. Now, let's go to books. The Yuchi have an ethnology book put together by Frank Speck. And on page 7, uh, it says that DeSoto, in his invasion of the Florida wilderness, is believed to have entered Yuchi territory. Among other examples is the town Cofitachequi, variously spelled, where DeSoto was hospitably received by a queen, is believed without much hesitation by some writers to have been a Yuchi town. Now, Yuchi, again, is a general classification for indigenous people in the South, but it says that the Yuchi themselves do not recognize the term Cofitachequi. What it then says is that a captive who claimed to belong to a people eastward in a land called Yupaha, which in Yuchi means in distant height, Yuba, far high, that which is above, ha being a particle for people, Yupaha. So Cofitachequi properly was known as Yupaha, or the people of Cofitachequi were known as Yupaha, the people of Yuba, the people that's from the land above. Now, in this, we find so many different groups of people. You have the Yupaha, you have the Chicora, and you have the Wale. All of these people somehow simultaneously, Europeans say that they have nothing to do with each other. All somehow trace their origin or their autonym back to this particular word and this particular meaning. Now, it's not only just found in Yuchi, but the word is found in an or other unrelated languages, such as that like Makoma. Why is Yupa'a found in Makoma and then translated as Iqua when the Spanish transliterated the word? Not only that, you later have a proper saying with Iba'a, Iba'a. So those who are ancient, those people who are ancient, right? That's some shit that Europeans don't know. But being that they don't know, a Negro will read what the European has to say about the story, then run with it. But let's see what the actual people have to say about the story. What I'm gonna do next is this text came in not too long ago. Catawba Nation Treasures in History. And in it, there's a chapter. The chapter starts on page 20. And there are a few things that I recently highlighted because there are some points that I've made that I want to show that other tribal people agree. Now, the title of this chapter is literally Chicora, Cofitachequi, or Yupaha. And it says, soon after Hernando de Soto began his journey across the American South, he began to hear rumors of a legendary land, always outside of reach. Earlier explorers who had torched the eastern coastlands of the continent called the place Chicora. Between 1521 and 1540, the land had changed names to Cofitachequi. This place became De Soto's goal. Now, if anybody studies language, if you go and now you have to walk with me while this is being explained, because the land was called Chicora by those who torched the land before DeSoto, but by DeSoto's time, it became known as Cofitachequi. Now, how ironic is it that they'll tell you Kusabo and the Catawba language have nothing to do with each other, but the word Chicora, which Spanish rolled the R and said Chicora, so the term Chicora is actually the term for all of the land of Georgia and Carolina, but this is so-called the Kusabo language, which is really Wale, but they named it by way of Muskogean people, the Kusa, because the Kusa spoke a dialect of the Wale language. Europeans start calling that language Kusabo, just as they start to equate these other languages in the Southeast to Muskogee simply because of loan words. Now, it says when DeSoto first visited when DeSoto visited Appalachia in a land that later that later came to be known as Georgia, the rumors about this land grew intensely. During this period, DeSoto got lucky. One day, an Indian boy appeared in his camp. The youth had spent time with the Indian merchant who knew the region and had visited Cofitachequi to trade. The young fellow was called Pedro. The most interesting information Pedro provided the Spanish concerned an El Dorado to the north. The place was famed for its gold, silver, and pearls. The Muskogee speakers of Georgia called the place Cofitachequi. The term is a Creek word, in keeping with the Creeks who dominated the area DeSoto found himself in at the moment. DeSoto was to learn later that in the language of the Catawba speakers who lived there, the place was called Yupaha, dagger. How is it that Yupaha and Chicola are found in a Wale language that is misclassified as being the Muskogee language? Not only this, Yupaha is then found in the Catawba language, which they say has no relation to the so-called Yuchi language or the Yuchi and trade language, when the Yuchi already explained they knew about Yupaha, but they knew not about Cofitachequi. But before the Muskogee came in, no one asked the Yuchi when they got to Tennessee, because they tell you they've always been in Tennessee. Then you have to ask them, how did you know about Yupaha? Because you weren't down there. This is where they have to start telling the facts of the matter. They got removed from the land. And when they got removed from the land, they opened the corridor for people to start invading. The Muskogee invaders were the friends of the Yuchi and the other groups of people who were practicing green corn. Think about this shit. So let's see what goes on next. It says DeSoto, operating through greed, quickly abandoned Appalachia and headed north through Creek country. He was determined to reach two goals: peace with the Indians and possession of Cofitachequi's treasures. As DeSoto's army inched its way north, the Indian diplomacy held sway. Rather than fight, the Indians generally approached DeSoto in friendship. All along the way, DeSoto declared his friendship and told his informants that he was seeking Cofitachequi, a land none of the Creeks ever dared to enter. DeSoto's hosts were faced with supporting a large army of Europeans. DeSoto at this point had over 1,000 men and 250 horses, not to mention his growing herd of hogs. The Indian response was to be rid of DeSoto as quickly as possible. By this time, they knew his greed all too well and already pointed him to the north and away from their territory. Notice, if he's in the Appalachian region and he got somebody that was in the Appalachian region that said, hey, this the same shit, but my people from the east. Instead of taking them east, he took them north. Why? Who was living in the north at the time of contact? It wasn't the original inhabitants because they had lost the north to the Lenape and the Iroquois. So who were the groups in the north that they were attempting to push these people to? Now it says eventually DeSoto reached Cofitachequi, a chiefdom adjacent to Cofitachequi's southern border. The Indians of Cofitachequi, probably part of the Creek Confederacy, though they never visited Cofitachequi, lived in a consistent state of war with the fabled chiefdom to the north. Notice that's fabled chiefdom. See, what are now the Yupaha facts, and this is a part of the title. The Yupaha facts are Catawba myths and legends, truths, but these become Muskogee legends. Because if the Muskogee tell you, oh yeah, we invaded and it was already a people there, then each one of you niggas that claim to be Muskogee gonna start to claim to be something else. This is why we on this side give you bits and pieces. So so eager was the ruler of Cofitachequi to seek vengeance among his enemies beyond the Savannah River that he sent 8,000 men as guides with DeSoto. The Cofitachequi men carried a huge food supply with them as they were ignorant of what they would find beyond the Savannah. The Cofitachequi and Cofitachequi were separated by a very wide uninhabited buffer zone between the two chiefdoms. After a week of wandering through this area, DeSoto and his Cofitachequi allies began to reach villages loyal to Cofitachequi. Operating on an ancient rule of vengeance, Cofitachequi, unbeknownst to DeSoto, sacked this village. They desecrated temples and carried off many riches and any riches they could wrench from the vanquished Indians. They also collected scalps. When DeSoto discovered this deception, he loaded down the Cofitachequi war captain, Patafa, and he gave them gifts, fabrics, knives, scissors, and mirrors, and sent them back home south of the river. Now, the Spanish continued their earnest search of Cofitachequi, and on May 1st, 1540, De Soto men reached the wide river. The legendary town of Cofitachequi lay in the opposite bank of the river. Pedro, a Spanish soldier who knew some of the Indian languages, shouted across the river explaining that De Soto had come in peace. So let me skip to the back and read this end of this, right? So it says, as the Lady of Cofitachequi spoke, she slowly removed a long strand of freshwater pearls that circled her neck 3 times and hung to her thighs. She asked DeSoto's translator to present the pearls to DeSoto. She feared that if she presented the pearls herself, it might seem immodest. In turn, DeSoto gave his royal greeter a gold ring set with the ruby. Once the army was stationed in Cofitachequi, DeSoto spent his time exploring. The Lady of Cofitachequi was shown samples of gold and silver and asked if her chiefdom produced such materials. To DeSoto's dismay, he was presented with copper, which glistened like gold, and iron pyrite, which had a silver color but was not precious. The Spanish were not, however, disappointed by the pearls that they were able to collect from various temples. De Soto's men found so many pearls that they could not carry them all away. De Soto left Cofitachequi May 13, 1540. Still in search of the legendary riches, he did not find amongst the Catawba speakers of Cofitachequi. Forgetting his gratitude, De Soto forced the Lady of Cofitachequi to join him in his march west as she was held hostage. Today, we know the site of Cofitachequi was near modern Camden. It was an ancient site of the powerful Catawba. The Catawba did not abandon this ceremonial center until the Treaty of Augusta 1763. For many years after this treaty was signed, the Catawba potters returned to a place they called Pine Tree Hill to dig sacred clay. Let's talk the facts of the matter. If y'all want to unmute, y'all can unmute. If anybody here got a question, please put the questions in the comments. Cofitachequi had shit to do with the Muskogee. Outside of, they assisted in bringing that down. Whether you consider yourself to be Kusa, Kowita, Koshita, Arikara, Chicasa, all of these groups assisted in bringing down Yupaha. See, Yupaha just wasn't one town. No. That's cracker shit. Yupaha were the people who inhabited that which was above. Now, what was considered above? Why was the southern land considered to be that which is above? Because when you actually understand the word wale, it literally means front, back, and side, all in one. So the front of something, the tip of something, is the highest point. But the highest point is also the back of something. But the back of something is also the edge. So when God said, my people are to the east, he meant that. See, people claim things because it sounds good. Oh shit, he mentioned Wale, they mentioned Wale. The Wale old as fuck, so I must be Wale. Shit is insane. You all are actually Muskogee. And we know you're Muskogee by how much you've pushed it, how you continue to push it. And when someone that's been in the East longer tells you what it actually was before you entered, you put up resistance. It's because your blood not ancient enough in the East. So if somebody say, well, they were invaders, you say, nah, they weren't invaders. You're creating separation. Niggas not creating separation. They created the separation when they brought their ass over here and went to take it from fucking people. Now, the Ute didn't tell you they're originally from Tennessee. They know shit about the Wale. They know nothing about the Wale. But who's speaking, right? And then the reason they know shit, they don't know nothing about the Wale is because what? Niggas stopped being mentioned in historical times. But even though you're not mentioned in European documents, right? Shouldn't you still be able to find yourself within the language? If you dealt with these people or however this shit went, shouldn't we be able to find you in the language? Now you can find them in the language. So let's talk about it. In the Uchian trade language, the word wa'ade means summer. Wa'ade. But if you study Hichiri, wa'ali means south. Is it me or is it hotter in the south during the summer? I don't know, right? Pause. Wa'aja, wa'aha, wa'aha means south in Uchi. Wa'aha, wa'ali. Both of these mean south in two different languages. Wadi, summer. But not only does that mean summer, you then have Igwali. Igwali. Igwali means dawn or morning. So if you're a Yuchi and you have to say morning or refer to the sunrise, you say Ewali, Ewali, Wade, Ibaha. Then noon in Yuchi is Yupaha. The same word, Yupaha, that which is high. And if you're referring to the actual time, it becomes Yuba'ale, Iba'ale. So in reference to summer, in reference to the east, something that is hot, that which is above, but that which is on the edge. Because in the Appalachian language, Wa'ali means the edge. So those who inhabit the land where the sunrise is, those who inhabit the edge of the land where the sunrise is, those in the south who inhabit the edge of the land where the sunrise is, the people from above in the south, or that which is beneath us on the edge, who inhabit the place where the sunrise is. You niggas not Wale for real, because y'all don't know that. But what you will do is you will take a story about these people, and then you will post about it, send it around. Niggas get all this promo on miseducation. People get all this promo on miseducation. No one is taking the time to say, damn, I gotta actually learn this shit for real, because this is somebody's family. I gotta learn this for real. This is somebody's life. I have to learn this for real. This person actually existed. This is not no biblical shit. I can't just make something up about these people. Well, you can, but just know that you're dead ass wrong. When we talk about the East, once you go before a certain time period, the Muskogee don't exist by any name. They don't exist by any name. So when you have Carolina, and here's the dagger. One thing they mention is they say, well, Cofitachequi, they ain't have no silver and gold, but they had copper. Not once have you ever heard one of these niggas mention copper headdresses. Everybody talk about being in tune and aligning and shit, but none of these niggas talk about the copper headdresses that were wore to actually ground the chief to the land. Heavy as the what?
Heavy as the crown.
Niggas ain't got that weight on their head. They ain't got that type of pressure. So
Heavy as the
being that
heavy
they
that
ain't got
weight of
that type of pressure, what they do in order to, right, to try to build it up as if that's who they really are, they got to start mashing different stories together. See, not
Be on the
go ahead,
lookout
cuz
for
talk to me.
yellow. I was about to say, be on the lookout for orange fire.
Oh, you could go ahead and do your promo.
Nah, I'm just saying what you just said. I'm just saying, I be on the lookout. You said they ain't got their stories together. I said, be on the lookout for orange fire.
Be on the look, because you know what I'm saying? Like that orange fire, that twin flame book is gonna explain or gonna detail many wars that were had. The war with the Wale and Tamukwa, the war between the Yupaha and the Muskogee, the war between the Yupaha and those Lakota bands that came down and then went out west. But it's going to talk about those groups that left with them to become something else. And then they had a major civil war with Lenape groups coming down on them and
Who
Iroquois groups coming over. Then
and the
we have to
Westos
mention a fact. Say it again, cuz.
and the Westos.
Then we got to talk about the West, how these different groups came down the West and they actually created a trade path as they went from Alaska all the way down into South America, conquering these different groups and mixing their seed amongst these women. So this is some shit that's not really being explored. Because why? It's gonna make people start to see their ancestors in the light that they really should be seen. See, niggas will feel like, well, we all got the common enemy, but the common enemy is evil. If your ancestors were evil and you're covering for their evil, you're the evil fuck too. Don't
Hold
tell
on.
me we need to come. Hold on, cuz. Don't tell me we need to come together and combat some shit when you won't even address the fact that your ancestors were invaders before the fucking Europeans. Go ahead, cuz. Talk to me.
But touching on this point that we in right now, for those people that haven't gotten their families together or don't know, let me not say got their families together. For those people that don't know they history, but want to sit up here and claim a culture, you know what I mean? Then they don't understand like what really went down those people, because that might not even be their people. They don't even know that, you know what I mean? But they'll sit up there and they'll claim something. There's people out here that's claiming these northern tribes and these western tribes and stuff like that, and some of the southern tribes that, and they don't know the history of those people. And then when they find out, they're like, "Oh, that ain't my people. My people wouldn't do that." How you know? It's not
Facts.
your family.
Facts. That Six Fingers said some shit a couple years ago. I remember this shit. Six Fingers said a lot of y'all claiming the bloodlines of the invaders and don't even know it.
Don't even know it.
Right.
Talk to me, Unc. I know you
And
gotta
then that
go
and
on
them is
in
only
about five
claims just
minutes.
because they might sit up there, and that might not even be from no oral story. I'm talking about the people I'm talking about is those who just one day woke up and said, "Oh, we this. Oh, I'm that." Like, they just try to do that locology fit in.
But even with that, nephews, when they find out what their people have done and it has been recorded and their nation got a pale face to write it, then they don't want to be a part of their ancestors who they was claiming at one time because they it's crazy. It's like, okay, you can't change what your ancestors did. I mean, you can't change that what happened back then, but you got the right to change it now.
Change it
You know what
today.
I'm saying?
Facts.
Yeah,
That is a
don't be
fact.
ashamed. Yeah, don't be ashamed of the bloodline. Like somebody was like, well, you know the Yamasi and them enslaved Indians. Yeah, motherfucker. We wasn't the first though, but we right our
Yeah, right.
wrong. We right our wrong, and that's where you got the Yamasi War. They came in because we actually had the fire and spirit of Wale. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, I'm not ashamed. Fuck, what I'm be ashamed of? I'm proud. I'm proud of everything that we motherfucking
It's pardon me, Unc. I
Cause
ain't mean
you
to cut your wisdom. Go
and I
ahead,
see
pardon
why
me.
you proud too, because you are here today.
right,
Bro, not that, but it's this too. Niggas gotta remember, bro. Niggas gotta get out that victim mentality. Like if all their
Right.
ancestors was just put into bondage, your ancestors soft as fuck, bro. I'm just gonna say it.
right,
If your
right,
ancestors just kept getting put in bondage, they was pussy, bro.
Right. If they
Cause
just kept
wasn't
on
nobody having that shit, bro. Bitches wasn't just having that, bro. Like you mean to tell
right,
me your family just always subjugated? They ain't never do no killing, no drilling, no stealing. Like I be asking
no
myself, how
hustling,
the fuck?
nothing.
Like, feel like, bro, how the fuck I got
Nigga just lay
granddaddies
it
with
down.
horses? I got
They just lay
granddaddies
it
with
down.
horses. How? Niggas is stealing, man. Bitches killing these white folks and taking their horses, bro. But
right.
a nigga
Well,
say, well,
nephews,
now, oh yeah, you,
nephews,
you
I
got you
can.
got your thing. Go ahead,
Yeah, I see y'all on the other side. All right, one.
Love,
Yeah,
I'll be
yeah.
over there.
I'm
I'll be
coming in.
over there in the few. I ain't gonna cut you. I'm gonna be over there in the few.
All
Send the
right,
link.
family, love y'all. All right, one.
Okay,
Love.
look,
Send the link.
Yeah, I got you. They
I
they
already
gonna
got
be
it.
on
I got it up on. Yeah, I got it
You
up
on
on
here?
YouTube already.
nah, they about to go live with Two
Over
Clouds
on you.
mother.
Over on YouTube.
Yeah, on YouTube. I'm gonna send you the link. Matter of fact, let me drop the link in the comments for those
Yeah,
who may want to migrate over.
I already got my phone ready on it.
Or tap in later on. Let me drop this real quick. But so dealing with Cofitachequi, as stated, and dealing with what bro was saying, a lot of people don't understand what's going on, so it's low-key easy for them to deny, right? Or not even deny, denounce. Not even denounce, just say fuck that, that's not what it is. It's because again, they don't know. So it's okay that they don't know. The issue is, so it's okay not to know. The issue is pushing as if you do when you don't. It's okay not to know. Ask questions. Ask questions. But to assume that, oh, well, when the Europeans got here, bitches was speaking Muskogee dialects, or what they called Muskogean dialects, so everybody got to fucking be Muskogee. This is cracker shit. The Lady of Cofitachequi literally became the Lady of Cofitachequi when the Muskogee pulled up. You don't hear the town she was at war with was called what? Kofa. Cofita. But you have the Chiqui later on. Chiqui. There's a reason if you listen to these words, Cofitachequi is no different than Apalachi, Yupaha, Chicola,
La Chicala.
Catawba, Suwa, Wale, Cherokee. But somebody gonna take that and run with it. And I'm asking, well, shit, what group of Cherokee? Because you're gonna have to run it back there properly and say, well, it wasn't really Cherokee, it was Chicora. Okay, your people were part of Chicora. Now what? What language did you speak? Do you know the language? No, I don't know the language. Any ceremonies? No, I don't know any ceremonies. You know any history of these people? No, I don't know the history of these people. So what really makes you them? Because again, it's not the blood. Your blood gives you your clan, your birthright. But all of these people you naming are tribal people that were not culturally homogenous. They were not genetically homogenous. So what truly makes you that? That's the question I want to leave with you all. Your grandma Shata, what made your grandma Shata? It wasn't her blood. Yes, it was. It wasn't. Shata was one person. One that led a group of people who, again, are not all genetically related. So what makes your grandma a part of that band? Because his brother, Atikara, who became Chiksa, is another band. But he's just the chief of that band. So what ceremonies make your grandmother Shata as opposed to Chikasa when both of them come from the Arakara, which are the Itza, the Itza, right? Or the Ishati, the Ichiri. Yeah, there we go, Dagger, the Arikara. Chi.
But they don't know
Chi,
linguistics.
chi, chi.
They want to say linguistics ain't got nothing to do with anything.
Facts. They want to put it on everything else. Say what's the customs that your ancestors practice? That'll tell you who they are, what they are. That alone to tell you. Now, if you say, well, they don't do none of that, then according to the great law of peace, that's not who you are. Ceremony has to be done. Sacred time has to be reclaimed. You haven't reclaimed sacred time in any form or fashion. So how do you know what you claiming is real? My grandma Cherokee, she from Tennessee. Okay, and what? That's all I know. That's all it is. That's all it is. Your grandma, a Cherokee from Tennessee. Nothing more, nothing less. Well, I can't find any paperwork that say my grandma Cherokee. So fucking what? Ain't she said it? Yeah. That's not good enough? Nah, because I want to go over here. Why? Why not get your family together and do what your family supposed to do? I don't know what we supposed to do. So why not now go amongst the people that can actually teach you? Well, I ain't got the paperwork. Whose paperwork? When there are people out there willing, more than willing to assist you, but you fucking worried about the cracker system. You worried about arguing with niggas and Europeans on the internet about who you are instead of simply saying, hey, family, this who the fuck we are. Let's move forward with it.
Big facts.
So what is going on? What is going on? What's truly going on? Why is it okay for people to talk about other people's culture that they know nothing about as if they're fucking experts? Why is it okay for niggas to go on Google, type some shit in, do a couple screenshots, take the shit from Google, and plant it on a dark fucking page like it's Instagram, post the shit, crop it, and then make a whole video of slides of words that are not even theirs? Some shit they don't even understand. So you have niggas saying that Wale were Muskogee. Then you have niggas saying Cofitachequi is a Muskogee legend. Only to find out the Wale didn't speak fucking Muskogee, and the original people of Cofitachequi were not Muskogee neither. And if you properly
You got
listen to,
Hebrews out there mispronouncing us too.
man, oh my God, the Gual, the Gal,
Wildly.
the
Gal people.
Gal. But why did a nigga call them Gal Indians? The Gal. So niggas claiming Wale, but Israelites can't even pronounce Gwali. Gwali. Wali. Waili. Equali. Ibaha. Ibali.
See
Iwaha.
the see the thing is because them internet Indians they just now finding out, bro. They new to this.
Facts. Actual fucking facts. Actual facts. And again, this
And
topic
they gonna regurgitate what's on the surface.
and facts. That's why I was like, damn, I seen somebody share the video. I'm like, okay, they learning. So I'm not worried about them. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's the motherfucker that posted this shit that continuously mislead people. And again, it's easy to mislead the masses because the masses are miseducated. I want to end it with this thought. One thing niggas get wrong, and yes, I'm calling you niggas. One thing niggas get wrong is they think that they were the only ones miseducated. This is because these niggas are not masters. A real master doesn't miseducate one group of four. He miseducates everybody within the group while the elite sit back and watch them argue over their miseducation. So while niggas think they were miseducated, the white boy in your class had the same fucking curriculum as you. His grades was better than yours, which means he even more indoctrinated than your black ass was. But see, if niggas was masters, they would have seen that everybody was under mind control, government. But
Can
being
I
that
make
niggas
a
think
point
they
of
the only
reference?
ones coming up out of mind control, they're the only ones that were miseducated. This is what they believe. Now, a Negro say, well, I was miseducated. I'm really the Indian. And the white boy say, no, the fuck you not. You African. Both of y'all was miseducated. But now y'all arguing over some shit. And somebody looking back like, they know ain't nobody indigenous to nowhere in the world, right? Like everybody in this bitch who walking on the planet came from some type of water.
Point
They
of
tricked
reference.
this. Go ahead, cuz.
You talked you talked about masters, how these people are internet teachers and preachers. You want to know what I noticed one thing today when I was out and about making my rounds on a Sunday is that the Masonic temple, a lot of Masonic temples, Prince Hall temples in our Negro Negro communities are not active. They're not active because they lack the ability to spread the information anymore. They're not spreading the information anymore because the youth not listening to their elders. So the Masonic rites don't get passed down to no foolish child. Then these foolish children get on the internet and they think that they know everything just because they learned a little something.
Right. And
Let me
it's
piggyback off
no, go
that.
ahead, go ahead, go ahead, cuz. Talk to me.
It said it's just something quick. Knowledge is only received by those who's ready for it. That's all.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact.
Now,
That's righteous.
how can, and this is my question, as a G to y'all who are not in the lodge. I was the youngest Mason for a long time. I was 23. I was the youngest Master Mason. And I was worshipful master at 23. But how can the lodge grow when niggas on the internet is convincing other niggas that the lodge is the wrong way to go while these niggas never been in lodge?
Exactly, because they over there
So
listening to
come on,
to
facts.
follow
So
to the
those the niggas
miseducation.
that are not, those the niggas that's not needed in the lodge.
The
You got
spooks.
niggas on the internet that have never petitioned the lodge. You got niggas that have never been interviewed by a lodge. But these niggas will hop on the internet and tell other niggas, nah, they worship the devil in them.
Right.
Nah, you going down, you gotta cut your wrists and you gotta sign your name in blood. This is
not
literally stupid
not
shit.
knowing that their great grandfather was a master mason or something like
Even then, your granddaddy ain't do no gay shit like that. And if your
They
granddaddy was a
said,
punk, your granddaddy's just a punk bitch.
hey,
That's him.
they
That
said,
don't
I
equate
hear
to all
some
other
crazy
G's.
shit. I hear some crazy
Talk to me,
shit one
cuz.
time. Them boys say you got to walk naked. What?
If a nigga got the heart to walk naked in a room full of grown ass
full of
men, he
mean
might as well parade his ass to fucking prison.
I said, what?
people.
Man,
Gay
go ahead
shit.
out
But
my
it's the
spirit.
thing, y'all ever notice when something is sacred,
No,
not
not cuz
secret,
no, not.
when y'all notice that shit is sacred, not really secret, niggas start to say gay shit. You know why?
Yeah,
You know, tell you why? Them niggas be hiding some shit.
yeah.
If I say, damn, some crazy shit happened yesterday, and you like, nah, what happened? I'm like, bro, I wish I could tell you. Or it must have been some gay shit. I'll go in your face. I'm gonna take off, bro. But
Right.
these are the niggas
Cause
that
why
we
you why
deal
you
with
gonna sit up here and assume some shit like
because they already into some shit like that.
that?
And the problem with that right there, that's just that down low shit right there. If you like that, bro, that's
Facts,
you. Long as you don't try me, bro, we all right, bro.
facts.
Just that if
But
you with that shit, be that with that shit, bro. Don't yeah,
but a
that's the
nigga, a
shit.
nigga's
That's
not
the
worried
shit.
about being tried. Imagine a grown man that go throughout his whole day worried about being tried by a punk. You like boys.
Yeah,
Yeah, you like boys, bro.
facts.
Like, like you walk in the store just thinking a nigga finna talk to you. You gay. You literally took a shower and put that soap on your rag. Like, damn, I hope somebody touched me. Ah! Hey, how the fuck, bro? I done been to lodge numerous of times, so many times I can't count. I done entered so many people, so many that I can't count. I've never seen one of these niggas naked. Not one. I've never seen one of
I
these niggas do any weird shit.
I
But if
had
you get on the
granduncles who were
internet,
Masons. who
Go
been
ahead,
in the
go.
lodge. I said I had grand uncles who been in the lodge and stuff like that, and I never hear none of my grand uncles say no. You know, I won't be
Bro,
too
niggas
old
got in the
school.
lodge. Niggas got
And
in the lodge to actually defend their communities, bro. Yeah,
Big
a lot of
facts.
facts.
niggas did evil shit, but that don't equate for everybody. The exception is not the rule, right? The exception doesn't make the rule. So a nigga grab a handful of sellout niggas and say, well, this is what happened. That's not what happened. You literally, nobody talk about the split in the Masonic Lodge between the Africans and the indigenous Americans. Fuck niggas don't know. There's a reason niggas is Scottish right. There's a
Nah,
reason real niggas didn't go Prince Hall. All you niggas granddaddies were Scottish right 4-letter Masons. Tell me I'm wrong. Each of that, and if they did become Prince Hall, what were they? They were Christian as fuck, wasn't they?
big facts.
That was a split in the lodge. Cause it was certain niggas like, hold on, wait, y'all technically doing business for these crackers while we trying to elevate us. So niggas don't even know the politics between the lodges. Niggas don't even know Masonic etiquette. You fuck niggas can't even come into the lodge. You niggas can't even come into the lodge. You don't know Masonic etiquette. You niggas look at a building, oh look, they got a sign and symbol on it. And I don't really know what that sign and symbol mean, and they won't tell
Right.
me. So they must be doing some freaky shit. What the fuck is wrong with these niggas? You know why? Because if these niggas had their own building and their own secrets, they would be doing the most evil, satanic shit. They do it in their bathrooms. If you niggas' phone camera could tell on y'all, bruh. But these the niggas who speak against actual ancient free and accepted masonry.
And
A same nigga who can't map something out. The same nigga who failed geometry is gonna tell you not to enter the fucking lodge. This is crazy. This is crazy.
hey, you still alive?
So I'm definitely live. He says the boule welcomes you. Obviously not me. Obviously not me. If you understand politics, you understand who the fuck was the traders and who was the actual builders. This is why Prince Hall Masons hate who? Who do Prince Hall Masons hate the most?
Ancient, free, and accepted.
Thank you. They hate 4-letter Masons for the simple fact it was niggas that went back and told other niggas, y'all know y'all subordinate to England, right? What you mean? We free and accepted. But nigga, is you ancient free and accepted? Oh shit. Oh no, this nigga tripping, man. This literally the split. This the same split between the 5 and 6 in the gang culture on the east side. Yo G's stayed in the blue house. Yo Stones and your vice lords had more ranking in the lodge. This is why they wore red and banged the 5. This is why
Hey,
Scottish right.
hey,
Dagger.
my
Go
granddad
ahead,
lodge
cuz.
had my granddad lodge had that G upside down. It was 9.
Why?
I
See,
don't know why,
eventually,
bro, but
those
I'm just saying, like,
those who know. You get what
bro,
I'm
I ain't gonna lie.
saying?
I ain't in, so I'm just telling you what I
Nah,
see with my own eyes.
hey, those that know. But it's like this. Cause in order for me to learn anything about Deer Clan, where must I go?
To dear
The
family,
clan people.
Right. So I have to go to the Deer
you
family.
gotta go to the medicine man of the deer family.
Why would I go to a nigga that got kicked out of the family?
With your unrighteous ass.
Right? Why would you go to somebody that's unrighteous?
You see what I'm saying? Why would I go to somebody that's not even active? These niggas hop on here and post shit. Oh, this is Mason. He said this happened in the lodge. You a motherfucking lie. All you gotta do is say, I'm a Mason, America is Egypt. I'm a Mason, America is Egypt. niggas gonna fuck with it. Niggas really be miseducating themselves and miseducating their own children and quick to blame somebody else. Nobody talk about their grandma was the Eastern Star. You ain't notice grandma always wearing white? You ain't know grandma sat on the front row of the church? Niggas didn't know when they lights was off, grandma went to the lodge and they looked on the list and said, yeah, she's a paid member. She paid her dues. They took care of your lights, not the church.
Yeah. Facts.
Not the church.
Facts. That's
Facts.
true.
Oh, you didn't
Hey,
know when
hey.
the Klan used to raid these different towns and niggas couldn't have guns. The guns were stored in the Masonic Lodge. Oh, you fuck niggas ain't know.
Oh yeah, I knew that.
See, the lodge, you feel me? But the lodge was really a defense mechanism. It was like the church. See, anybody could get in the church, but only certain people in the church, which I named the board of directors in the church yesterday, all of them were lodge members. This is why they all had fire on them or knives on them or sticks on them in the church. But they nobody peep that the church is the last piece of indigenous American and African spirituality that we actually have. And
That's why
niggas
they
is shit
call
on
it
the
the
church.
cornerstone.
Thank you, cuz. And niggas is shit on the
Why they
church.
call it the
Niggas
cornerstone.
won't go talk to auntie because auntie a Christian. You stupid ass nigga. Nigga
Why
call
they
they
call it the
family ignorant.
cornerstone.
Oh, my family ignorant because they're Christian. And what are you? What do you believe in? I don't know. You not as ignorant as them? Not knowing is literally being ignorant. Literally.
Same
That
shit.
one who doesn't know is ignorant.
I got a question about some stuff after this. Yeah.
Say less. I'm off
I
this,
said,
man. I'm finna go join part of shit. I drink some water, bro. This
yeah,
this sick shit
I
is
got
killing
some,
me.
I got some questions, and you know what I mean.
Nah, you ain't got to tell me, bro. Everybody on here, thank you for listening. I'm about to lose my breath. I'm still a little sick. If you see that link in the comments, right here, please click that link. This is important. Much love. I'll be on tomorrow, same time, every time, 8 o'clock tomorrow. Much love. Love you, love you, love you, love you, love you. Peace.
Look.